Page 6 dropped a bombshell that reignited Hollywood's ongoing reckoning with consent and power dynamics. A resurfaced clip from the commentary of A Simple Favor revealed that Blake Lively, then 37, had suggested and executed an unscripted moment where she grabbed co-star Henry Golding's private parts during filming. The admission, originally shared casually with director Paul Feig and co-star Anna Kendrick, has now exploded into a lightning rod of debate, especially as Lively wages a high-stakes sexual harassment lawsuit against her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. What began as a quirky, behind-the-scenes anecdote has morphed into a referendum on Lively's credibility, the evolution of intimacy standards in film, and the messy intersection of art and accountability. The scene in question is a fleeting, comedic beat in A Simple Favor, a dark comedy directed by Paul Feig. Lively, playing the enigmatic Emily Nelson, grabs Golding's crotch, unscripted but not unplanned. In the resurfaced commentary, Feig, now 62, calls it one of my favorite additions that you came up with, laughing as he recalls how Lively really went for it. Lively, ever the professional, explains her reasoning. That's always awkward when you're like, hey, hi, nice to meet you. Can I grab your nuts really hard? It's not because I want to, because I feel like she would. Feig even pushed her to go harder, citing Bette Davis's unhinged Baby Jane Hudson as inspiration. The moment was no spur-of-the-second whim. Page 6 notes it was planned in advance and discussed among Lively, Golding, and Feig, though it's unclear if an intimacy coordinator, a role now standard in post-Me Too Hollywood, was present in 2018. Golding, 38, hasn't commented directly on the resurfaced clip, but his enthusiasm for reuniting with Lively, Feig, and Kendrick for Another Simple Favor suggests no bad blood. At the SXSW premiere, he gushed, Paul Feig, the ladies, what could go wrong? The incident, it seems, was a collaborative lark, until it wasn't just a footnote anymore. Fast forward to 2025, and Lively is embroiled in a legal firestorm with Justin Baldoni, her co-star and director on It Ends With Us. In a lawsuit filed in late 2024, she alleges Baldoni, 41, sexually harassed her during filming, citing instances like a slow dancing scene where he improvised kissing her neck, biting her lip, and flicking it with his thumb, all without prior consent. Lively, a vocal advocate for intimacy coordinators, told Digital Spy in August 2024, I think it's critical to have an intimacy coordinator. I think that being choreographed is critical for everyone's safety. Baldoni, in a Harper's Bazaar interview that month, agreed in principle, yet Lively claims he flouted such protocols. Baldoni's response, a countersuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, alleging defamation and extortion. He's released raw footage of the dancing scene, showing a seemingly relaxed exchange, Lively chatting and joking with him before he kisses her neck and calls cut. His team argues it disproves her claims. Lively's camp insists it corroborates them, pointing to his unscripted physicality as evidence of boundary crossing. The video shows Mr. Baldoni repeatedly leaning in toward Ms. Lively, attempting to kiss her, kissing her forehead, rubbing his face and mouth against her neck. Her team stated in January 2025. The battle lines are drawn, and the A Simple Favor clip has become a weapon. On the surface, the two incidents share DNA. Physical improvisation, a lead actress, a male co-star. Dig deeper, and the differences are stark. In A Simple Favor, Lively pitched the idea, Golding and Feig signed off, and it was executed as a group effort. Awkward, sure, but consensual. In It Ends With Us, Lively alleges Baldoni, wielding power as director and producer, acted unilaterally, bypassing discussion or consent. Her rep drives this home to page 6. Blake collaborated and reached an agreement with the director and her co-star before filming the scene. That is the entire point here, and that is what Mr. Baldoni did not do. The power dynamics amplify the divide. Lively was an actor suggesting to a director in 2018. Baldoni was a director imposing on an actor in 2024. The former was a comedic riff, the latter a romantic scene with heavier stakes. Lively's team argues the Golding incident proves her point about process, collaboration is key, while Baldoni's alleged oversteps show what happens when it's absent. Critics, though, see hypocrisy. If Lively can grab Golding's nuts and call it art, why can't Baldoni improvise a kiss? Social media isn't buying Lively's nuance. TikTok and X users have pounced, branding her a hypocrite. She preaches autonomy, but only for her, one TikToker wrote. Another chimed in, rules for thee, but not for me. The clip's timing amid Baldoni's countersuit feels like a PR gut punch, and his team knows it. Lively's spokesperson fires back. The attempts to smear Blake have now come so full circle that they are even starting to prove her own point. They argue Baldoni's stunt with the dancing footage and the Golding clip's resurgence only highlight the consent gap she's fighting to close. The broader discourse is electric. Post-Me Too, Hollywood's intimacy standards have shifted. Intimacy coordinators are now routine. But in 2018, they were less common. Lively's advocacy aligns with this evolution. Yet her "a simple favor" moment blurs the lines. Was it a pre-#MeToo relic? A consensual gag from a looser era? Or does it undermine her current stance? Lively's consistency is under the microscope. She champions choreographed safety, but once leaned into an unscripted grab, albeit with agreement. Her team insists it's about process, not the act, but the optics sting. Hollywood's norms have evolved since 2018, and the lack of clarity on an intimacy coordinator for "a simple favor" reflects that transition. Legally, Baldoni's countersuit and footage escalate the feud. The Golding clip is his ammo, but Lively's camp spins it as her shield. Gender and power add layers. Lively initiating with Golding, male actor, gets a pass, while Baldoni's moves on Lively, female actor, draw fire. This isn't just gossip. It's a microcosm of Hollywood's post-2018 reckoning. Consent isn't black and white. It's a spectrum shaped by collaboration, intent, and authority. Lively's nuts grab was a lark with buy-in. Baldoni's alleged lip bite, a breach without it. As of April 2nd, 2025, the saga tests her credibility and the industry's standards. Was she a trailblazer for process? Or does her past muddy her present? The answer's still filming. Want more? X posts could reveal real-time sentiment, outrage, support, or memes. Golding's silence begs for a retro interview check. Were intimacy coordinators on "a simple favor," production records might say? And the lawsuits, Lively's and Baldoni's, hold the raw details. For now, this is a story of two scenes, one star, and an industry still scripting its rules. Hollywood's hypocrisy shines like a spotlight in Blake Lively's tangled tale. The industry preaches progress, intimacy coordinators, consent protocols, calculator Me Too accountability, yet clings to a double standard as old as the silver screen. Lively's playful grab of Henry Golding in "A Simple Favor," greenlit with a wink and a nod, is lauded as creative genius when it suits the narrative, but Justin Baldoni's alleged unscripted kisses draw righteous fury. Both push boundaries, yet one's a quirky anecdote, the other a lawsuit. Why? Power and perception. Lively, an actor pitching to a director, gets a pass. Baldoni, a director imposing on an actor, gets a gavel. It's a system that celebrates improvisation until it doesn't, lionizing stars who toe the line while crucifying those who cross it, often based on who's telling the story. The Golding clip's resurgence isn't just a gotcha. It's a mirror to an industry that polishes its halo while ignoring the cracks. As Lively and Baldoni slug it out in court and on X, Hollywood's lesson remains unlearned. Rules bend for the favored, and consent's a script rewritten after the fact. True change? That's still in post-production.